Hi and welcome to Visual Basic Program. In this tutorial I'm going to be developing do until loop. The previous one that I did earlier on was do while loop, which you guys can see right there. So the next one is I'm just going to save it as do until, I might as well. And yes, it's going to be another multiplication timetable because there's no point doing a do until loop without you guys seeing what it can actually do. Now I have my application form there. I have my form right there. So let's change the form size to something a little bit larger so that you guys can see it. There, it's about 20, so that's good enough for me. The next thing I'll do is the following component. ListBox, need a button right there. I have 1, 2, so make that 2, 3. So I'm going to need a button to activate the program that I'll develop, and another one to reset, while one will be for exit. So I need 2 more components. The other 2 components that I need now will be a ListBox. Let's get a ListBox on board. There's one here. Maybe place it right there, and we'll now need a TextBox. So the next thing is, let's give these buttons names. So this very first one, I'm going to call this very first button show table. So let's give that a name, show table. There. Now the next one, the next button, I will call that reset. Let's just say reset table. And the next one will be exit table. There. So I have my 3 buttons that I'll be using for this very program right there. So show, that should be show. Now we're not shooting our table. Good. Now, since it's all about do while loop, do until loop, so let me just put another label here. It's a multiplication timetable with a do while loop. So what I'll do is I'll finish up the interface, then get back to you guys. Okay, welcome back, fellas. And now this is how the table is looking so let me now double click on the show table. The first thing I'll do is to declare the following variable. So dim times number as integer. Okay, the number intent type I've already assigned 1 to the number, so I'll now go into my button, the very first button I clicked on. What I'll do in there is do until times number, which is right here. That's it, that's the variable declared. And so that'll be do until times number, let's say is less than and equals to 12. Okay, so that's a loop right there. So I have my loop right there. The next thing I'll do is just enter my list box. The whole idea is for the list box to display the content that will be generated by the do until loop. So in this case, the content that will be generated by the do until loop is times number. So now, since the content is right there, let's give it a shot and see what will happen. But before then, let's go for times number. We have to increment times number by some, so that we can see what times number we generate. So that's times number plus 1. In this case, we would like it to increment. Anytime it goes around the loop, it should increment whatever value is in there by 1. So click on play. Now let's see what times number we do. Nothing happened. So let's go back and see what the problem might be. Okay, now I'm back into the code. Let me change that to, that's do until times number is less than and equals to 12. So let's say times number is greater than and equals to 12, because times number in the first place is 1. So let's go for that, and that's what we get. We get 1 2 3 to 11. So let's go back. We actually need times number to be 13 to get 12. That's good. So the next thing we have to do now is come back in here, and the speech mark times, enter and again. So that will bring whatever is inside the speech mark together, or on the other hand, it's also known as concat by value, whatever is inside the text box, because I already have my text box there, dot text, and let's concatenate that as well. Bring it together, come here and just say that with the times number multiply by value whatever is in here. Okay, let's get that out of the way as well. Okay, copy and paste it right there. Alright, it looks like my program is ready. If I choose to run my program right now, whatever value I entered there, multiplication table of 5, and I click, it should give me the 5 times table. So I need to get my reset button working, so let's go in there, come in here, double click on the reset button and just reset the whole lot. Okay, my reset button is ready now. So the other button that is ready is the exit button. I can just say mini.close. Now the exit button is ready as well, so let's assume I give it a shot again and enter 3 there. That's it, reset the system, and I can even exit. Okay, let's run the program again, enter some value in here, there, reset, enter another value, and that's it. You guys now see how it works. So that's the whole idea of the reset, so that you can always have different value of the multiplication timetable. However, there's an error here, that's supposed to be an equal sign. So let's go back into the program, come right here, just here, and change that to equals. Now run the program again, enter some value right here. Let's say 12 times table, right there, that's the 12 times table. Okay, and this is how you create a 12 times table using the loop statement. In this case, I've made use of a do until loop right there. So you guys can always modify that and do whatever you like with it. So that's how you develop a multiplication timetable using do while loop. And now I'm just going to call it bye for now. I suppose you've all seen the code. That's the code once again there.